Hi there, my name is Amazon Kevin, and today we are doing a review of the DEEBOT M80 vacuum bot. This is my dog Winslow, and she's going to be helping us today, including with providing us with plenty of hair for the floor. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be showing you what's included in the DEEBOT box. We're going to give you a basic setup. We're going to do a test run of the DEEBOT M80, and then we're going to give you some facts to conclude. Alright, so first thing I should mention is I live in a one-bedroom apartment, and the floors are all wood laminate. I don't have any carpets, so we're not going to really get to see how the DEEBOT reacts to carpet floors. The only difference in flooring I have is the kitchen and the bathroom, which looks kind of like this. But that shouldn't be a problem, and that's about it. So here we have everything that's included in the DEEBOT M80 box. Here we have the charging dock for the device itself, new remote control, which has a screen unlike the old model, a replacement battery for the remote, the mop attachment, you put the reservoir fluid in there. This is a cup to pour reservoir fluid into the attachment, a replacement mop for the attachment. We have a replacement filter for the vacuum. We have two sets of sweeping rotors here. We have a manual. We have cleaning solution for the dirt box. We have an easy installation manual and a battery which goes under the device. Okay, so we're back here, and both of the modules are charged and ready to go. Before I set them out on around, I want to just show you a couple of distinct differences between the N78 and the M80. One thing is, so if you look at the remote controls, you'll see that one of the remote controls has the screen on it, and one of them doesn't. This one's the one from the N78, and this one's from the M80. The unique thing about the M80 is that this screen provides for a digital clock where you could actually program the time and an alarm for every time you want the device to go out and do a clean. You can do it through the clock and set an alarm. With the N78, what you would have to do is you'd program it to a specific time of day, and the device would repeat itself once you program it every day at that time. So I guess the biggest convenience here with that is there's an actual clock and you can see what time you're looking at. Another distinct difference is if you look at the bottom of both of the modules, you'll see this one's the M80. It has these little brush bristles that turn while the device is working. On the N78, it was just basically a little area right here that sucks in dirt and debris. Another unique difference between the N78 and the M80. So the M80 has a few different cleaning modes. One is the auto cleaning mode, meaning that it goes from wall to wall and it cleans whatever's in its way. Basically like that screensaver that you might remember from Microsoft where the little ball is bouncing from wall to wall. And then there's the intensive cleaning mode where it basically does the same thing but like with more suction and pressure. There's the spot cleaning mode where basically the device cleans in a circle and it works its way around a circle and focuses on one area. The edge cleaning mode where it goes around your premises and does a good clean around all the edges. And then there's the return home mode. The difference between the N78 and the M80 is that the N78 doesn't have the intense cleaning mode, which cleans the floor with more suction and pressure. It just has the automatic. So those are the basic differences. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch the device and see it in action and show it to you guys. So here's the remote. The device is in auto mode. And there we go. Alright, now to show you the effectiveness of both vacuums, I've put some crushed cereal on the ground, and I put it in a little line, and I'm gonna test out both of the devices, the M80 on the right and the N78 on the left, to see how effective they are in cleaning up the crumbs. So first, let's start with the M80 and let's see how it does. I'm gonna just put it on regular auto mode. And got all of it. Now let's see the N78. Okay, so you see that the N78 left some crumbs behind, and the M80 seems to have gotten all of it. And the M80 was just on the regular auto cleaning mode, while the N78 was also on the regular cleaning mode. Alright, so now I'm going to show you the go home feature, which is what happens basically when the device runs out of battery and finishes a cycle of cleaning around the house, or when you push the go home button, which is this one right here. And I just want to show you guys how it goes back with the dock. Pretty effective overall. I mean, it's nice to have a device that not only cleans your place when you're not there, but also goes back to its charging station when you need it to. Let's just see how long it takes for this device to find its charging dock. Now I'm a little afraid that it might confuse the N78's charging dock for its own, but let's see how that plays out. The N78 charger is actually on the right, so I may be right. Alright, so it looks like it went over to the N78 charging dock. I don't want to mix them up because I don't know anything about the electric voltages and stuff, so assuming you're not going to have two of these devices at home, you really only need one. But now let's see if it can go back to its own charging dock. There we go. It probably doesn't make a difference anyways. And it's back on its charging dock and charging automatically. And that's how the device goes home. Alright, now one issue that I had with the N78 that I'm not sure whether or not we're going to have it with the M80 is that the N78 would occasionally get stuck on these little barriers between the kitchen and the living area and the bathroom and my bedroom. And I just want to test this out on the M80 to see if it has the same issue or if the problem is resolved. Now I'm just going to set it on auto mode and see if it goes over the barrier. And flawless. Didn't even stutter over the barrier, and it just keeps going. At this point, I'll just let the device continue cleaning, and I'll check back in with you when it's finished to see how much junk and debris it has collected. Alright, real quick, while I was letting the device go on its way, I noticed something kind of unique that I wanted to share. So when the device is on regular auto mode, it makes a sound that sounds something like this. And when you put it on intensive cleaning auto mode, it gets slightly louder. If you can hear that, it just went up a little bit higher, but you can also tell that it's applying more pressure to clean the ground. And again, this is no more louder than the N78, so it's a pretty decent sound for vacuum cleaning. I mean, compared to a regular vacuum or a commercial vacuum, it's definitely a lot quieter. And that's the noise. This is the noise you'll hear about on any of the N78 models. I just wanted to show you for a point of comparison what it sounds like on the N78 as opposed to on the M80. So you see pretty quiet, still not much of a big difference, but also pretty effective, and it even cleaned up the remaining crumbs that were left over from our test run. Alright, so our device is now done cleaning. I'm going to open it up to show you guys what we got. Okay, so we open this compartment right here. Pull out the dustbin. And a little bit of dog fur right here. We open it up. And voila, it's full of junk. And now basically what we do is here's a trash bin, empty it out in here, and that's it. Take a little brush bristle and, scrape off the little residue on the filter. And that's about it. I think it's done a pretty good job. Cleaned out most of the dog fur and dirt around my apartment, and that's it. Alright, so to conclude, I'm going to give the DEEBOT M80 5 stars. I think all in all, it did a pretty good job cleaning around my apartment. As we saw, it did slightly better at cleaning than the N78 with the cereal crumbs. One of the perks of the M80 is that it uses AAA batteries instead of the flatbed 3-volt batteries. The M80 has an intensive cleaning mode, which is pretty beneficial to get an extra good clean. And the M80 has the time clock screen where you can actually program the time that you want your device to start cleaning, as opposed to just programming it at the exact time. So my name is Kevin, and this is my dog Winslow, and thanks for watching our review.